Yo, what's up, everyone? I wanted to make this like quick video that's like maybe some people in the community know about this and some don't. Um, but this platform is the Foundry platform by Palantir, so Palantir Foundry. And I know this like there's a lot of N8N builders. And this is not it, but there's kind of an like a walkthrough, or meaning like some of the GUI is very similar to N8N. And so this is Foundry, the Foundry platform, and maybe people have heard of it or anything, not. But okay, so let's just like get into it real quick. This is a fresh instance, and I'm just showing so I can show everybody. Um, there is just so much capability that this platform, the AIP platform, which Foundry AIP stands for Artificial Intelligence Platform. Um, and so anyway, we'll start here. You see all these connectors. So if you're a data guy, right? So this is all like connecting data, and this is really for enterprise data connection, pipeline builders, etc. Okay, so but I just want to not just to go really quickly so you can see. So I just built these like silly agents, but first off, I just want to show you this part. As you can see here, this is VS Code, so it's running inside Foundry, but really it's React libraries. Um, and then okay, so you have the you have your AIP assistant here, which is right here. So then everything's worked out. So you can do some vibe coding. The short is you can change it like so. Like let's improve this file to make the game more interactive. And so it's an assistant and it'll help you develop here, but this is just a VS Code running inside the Foundry platform. And as you can see, code, files, um, and it does, it has a agent. So you have it has agents and, basically all the stuff that like, well, not basically, but some of the same features are that are in Cursor or any of your Code Assistant IDE is also, but it's inside the Foundry platform. All right, cool. Well, I'm just gonna go home while that thing is cooking, and we're gonna stop it. But you get the point. If you've vibe coded before, you know what's up. All right, and they have this thing called the ontology manager, which an ontology layer is like bringing all the data together and putting it in one layer, and then being able to connect, do ETL, all sorts of all that stuff. Okay, so the other part that I wanted to look at and show you real quick was around agents. So they have an agent studio. Um, Building agents is super simple in Foundry. Um, so it's like you can name it anything. We'll just name this like dad joke agent. Talk to me about dad jokes. We'll be a blue guy. Um, and then you create the agent. So it'll create the agent. Gives you all the adjustments. You can go through and pick all the pick whatever model you want to work with or whatever you have access to. You see, and it shows you the cost and all that type of stuff. So whatever, and then say tell dad jokes and end with ah. You set the temperature, all that. And let me make sure it makes you do that. And then save it and then publish it. So then it's going to deploy. All right, so then we head home. We can head home or you can, but you should see it. Yeah, okay, dad joke agent. Here you go. Be like, hello, tell me about dogs. And it's going to give you It's going to give you the joke. Why the dog's in the shade? Because he didn't want to be a hot dog. Ah! You see. Anyway, that's how you build agents. Moving on. You can see here, oh yeah, the repository there. There's other agents. There's another standard agent. Anyway, that's just kind of like the short walkthrough of the Foundry platform for Palantir. Now, I'm not sure if anybody can get access. You have to contact them and I guess apply to get access to the Foundry platform. I've been using it for a long time, so um, I don't know. But anyway, that's it. The Palantir Foundry platform, AIP. There's a lot of other platforms. There's like Apollo, there's Gotham, there's one that's like for geospatial intelligence. Anyway, there's a lot of capability. And I think it's kind of like instead of just like raw coding or raw programming, and then if you go to like a low code, no code solution like N8N, this is somewhere in between. What's really helpful is large data sets and pipelines. This thing is top notch in building pipelines and stuff like that. So if you're a data nerd or a data engineer, you probably already know what this is. Anyways, peace.